Hello everyone, this is my third video for Standard 7 Literature, Lesson 3, Suvira. So just everyone see the third page of the story. Let me read and then I'll discuss. I would compete wearing my old battered spikes. Since I couldn't afford a new pair, I would wear my old spikes and I would win. Dear God, I have to win. So, children, from this, what we understood earlier, also I told you that they were just having some financial crisis, and she had her old shoes only. She could not buy a new one because of this financial problem. But still, she was confident that with her old battered, that old torn shoes only would bring her success. So she was just praying to God, and she was thinking God is always there with her and she would win. On your marks, the starter's arm went up. The whole school crowd went deathly quiet. That means, okay, let me read a little more. I crouched down behind the starting line. I tried not to look over to my right, but my eyes caught the dark arm that had tensed ready for action. Get set. I looked up then, every sense mentally circling lane 3 and fixing on the finish line. I was going to get there first, ahead of everyone, including Suvira Mathur. My right leg was extended way back, my shoulders poised forward, the tips of my fingers resting on the red track, ready for takeoff. Go! The starter's gun went off and I was out of my blocks, almost immediately racing away. There was no one on my left, and more importantly, there was no one on my right. I was ahead and sprinting away. The roar of the crowd was deafening. I was thinking of nothing now, flying free. Released, then my ears began to register throbbing sound. I frowned slightly, and as the single voice of the crowd's chant became clear, Suvira, 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 Suvira. There was not a single voice chanting my name. They didn't even know my name and who I was, not even those in my own house. To me, it seemed as if the whole school, the whole of Delhi, the whole of India, the whole of world was chanting that one name. The chant was rising to a crescendo, and I knew why. I could hear the drumbeat of her feet as they pounded down lane 4 in hot pursuit. So what we got to know, that on your mark, the starter's arm went up. On your mark, it was announced. The whole school ground went deathly quiet. Deathly quiet means very quiet. Nobody was talking. And the narrator, I crouched down behind the starting line. So narrator was ready to rest. She crouched down. Crouched down is, it is a position, it is a posture, body posture, just when the knees are bent and the upper body is brought forward. Just it is the posture before starting off the rest. So narrator was ready. I tried not to look over to my right, but my eyes, because in the right side of narrator, that fourth lane where Suvira was there. So Suvira, somehow seeing Suvira, narrator was thinking she might lose her confidence. So she was not, she might get nervous, so she was not looking at right. But my eyes caught the dark arm that had tensed ready for action. So she get set. I looked up then, even sense mentally circling lane 3. She was only looking at the lane 3 and fixing on the finish line. She was looking at the finish line, that how she would finish. I was going to get there first. Means her target was that she should reach that finishing line at first, ahead of everyone else. Everyone, including Suvira Mathur, my right. So her target was to beat Suvira Mathur. She wanted to reach first there in the finishing line. She wanted to win the race. My right leg was extended way back, my shoulders poised. That means she was just ready with the racing posture to start her race. And the starter's gun went off. So the starter's gun went off, and I was out of my block, almost immediately racing away, and immediately the narrator started, and she did not look anywhere. There was no one, and the way she was running, she was so fast that no one was there in her left, and no one was there even in just beside her means the right side. And right side, who was there? Suvira Mathur. That means she was there first. Means Suvira Mathur was not there right side, and nobody was there in left side. So she was alone. That means she was that time she was leading the race. I was ahead and sprinting away. The roar, sprinting away means very fast I was running. The roar of the crowd was deafening. Means the crowd was shouting, and then was a strong sound while racing came to her. Slowly the sound increased, and that sound reached to the narrator. What the sound was? Everybody was taking one name, and that is Suvira, Suvira, Suvira. Everybody was taking her name, and nobody was taking narrator's name because nobody knew her. Though narrator was first, but nobody was taking her name. And then for narrator, it was a feeling of that whole school was taking her name. Maybe whole the city, the Delhi city full taking her name. Maybe the whole India, the people are taking her name. Means that the feeling was coming that nobody was supporting her. And slowly she realized why the sound was going high. It is written, you see, rising to a crescendo. The kind of sound which increased, means the sound was increasing gradually. Why? Because later she noticed that Suvira was coming close to her. It is written, you see, I could hear the drumbeat of her feet. Her feet means Suvira's feet, the sound of Suvira's feet, and that was coming down. And that means she came close to narrator. I knew she was closing in on me. Now the narrator realized that Suvira was near. I knew that I had got away too early at the start. I hadn't paced myself correctly. We were approaching the 400-meter mark. So here the narrator realized that the start was not correct. I hadn't paced myself correctly. That means the start was not correct. Why the start was not correct? From the beginning, the narrator took she was having that motion. The way she was racing, that was not the correct way to start. Initially, she should start little slow so that she could keep her energy, and after a certain point, she should increase her speed. But that narrator kept her speed from the beginning. That was not the proper method, proper technique to do the race. Anyway, so they were approaching 400 meters. The crowd went crazy as Suvira closed the gap between us. And Suvira finally closed the gap. Means they were running in a way shoulder to shoulder. Together they were running. Slow down, I told myself. Then the narrator was telling herself that I should slow down now, because if she would not slow down herself, then she would lose all her energy, and till the end she would not be able to run. I started slowing down very imperceptibly. Imperceptibly means like not very technically, but somehow I managed to slow down. It's an old trick in racing. You cut back on pace, and your opponent too takes the pressure off herself. That means it is the trick of racing, old trick. What the trick? What I said, children, that at the beginning you should not keep your speed very high. First, you should keep your energy and you should so that you can breathe properly, and you should keep your energy with you, and little slow motion should be there, and slowly when you complete half path, after that you should keep your speed high. More speed, motion should be more. So that was the technique. This was the trick of the race. She did, it worked. So who did that? Suvira did that. Beginning, that is the reason, beginning part Suvira was not just beside the narrator. Suvira was back of narrator, because Suvira was running slow at the beginning, and she applied that trick, and that trick worked. Slowly she came closer to narrator, and that time she was having full of energy. But with a wildly enthusiastic crowd egging her on, and just 300 meters to go, she began pulling away. She was in front now, and I had lost the lead that I had maintained for the first half. So now the narrator lost her lead. She was not leading. Suvira crossed her. I hung on, though hanging on to her tail like a warding dog. I had just lay back a bit, catch my breath, refuel myself, and give it my best shot. Now again the narrator wanted to get her energy back, refuel myself, it is written, and she was just keeping her breath so that she can gain the energy, and she wanted to give her best. My gaze traveled down her legs as they pumped their way towards the finish line. I think it was then that I saw her shoes, brand new on, with glistening sharp spikes that sprang forward. So here the narrator my gaze traveled down her legs. The narrator looked at her legs, and what she saw, that she was wearing a very brand new shoes, which was shining and sharp spikes are there. So next video I'll tell the last part of the story.